a divine invitation to embrace faith and action. Welcome to this sacred space where the grace of Christ illuminates every word shared. As we embark on this transformative journey together, we invite you to subscribe and remain connected with insights that will not only enlighten, but also inspire action. Stay with us until the end. This message is one your soul needs to hear. Today, we bring forth an urgent plea from the Virgin Mary, a mother's heartfelt cry for humanity in these turbulent times. The world stands at a precipice of tribulation and purification, calling upon each of us to awaken. Readiness and hope. As we navigate these trying times, the Virgin Mary's message underscores the importance of spiritual preparedness. Through prayer, fasting, and acts of charity, we ready our souls for the trials ahead. These acts of faith transcend mere preparation. They catalyze a spiritual awakening, deepening our connection with God and fostering growth in His grace. By adhering to His commandments, living the sacraments, and serving others, we open ourselves to the transformative power of His love. With hope and faith in God's goodness, we can overcome any obstacle. The Virgin Mary extends her protective mantle and maternal guidance, assuring to forge a chain of unyielding prayer, a global tapestry woven with faith, fasting, and acts of charity. Through these practices, both individuals and communities can undergo profound transformation. Though challenges loom large, they carry within them seeds of renewal and growth. Let us embrace this opportunity to deepen our connection with God. Fear not, for Jesus walks beside us even now. His teachings and sacraments offer refuge amidst chaos, strength when weakness threatens, and hope when despair whispers. This is no time for doubt or surrender, but rather for unwavering faith, trust in divine mercy, and bold steps toward renewal. Specifically, named are 6 countries facing imminent danger: Mexico, Colombia, Spain, Venezuela, Argentina, and Costa Rica. Earthquakes of unprecedented magnitude loom ahead, underscoring the critical need for united prayer. Yet this crisis transcends borders. Wars rage in the Balkans, upheavals shake the planet, and humanity faces trials unlike any before. These events are not random. They mirror our collective neglect of God's laws. Now is the hour to unite, repent, and return to Him wholeheartedly. Let fear dissipate under the radiant promise of hope delivered by the Virgin Mary. Prayer holds the power to fortify our spirits, granting courage to face what lies ahead. May our hearts beat as one in devotion, trusting in divine wisdom to guide us safely through this storm. The eternal flame of hope, a call to spiritual awakening. Even in the darkest nights, when shadows seem insurmountable, remember this truth: the light of heaven never fades. It pierces through despair, illuminating the way forward. The Virgin Mary's message resounds with urgency. Conversion is paramount, and the window for change narrows rapidly. Humanity stands at a crossroads, yet many remain blind to the unmistakable warnings etched into prophecy and revelation. From ancient voices to modern echoes, these divine calls urge us to reclaim righteousness, justice, and peace. Heeding the prophetic voice, a wake-up call. Throughout history, prophets have sounded alarms about the era we inhabit today. Yet indifference prevails, and humanity drifts further from divine alignment. Creation groans beneath the weight of our disregard, manifesting in earthquakes, hurricanes, and other calamities. But there is hope. Salvation lies in sincere prayer, authentic conversion, and steadfast dedication. This is no superficial shift. It is a radical return to God, aligning our lives with His holy decrees. Practices that shield and strengthen. The Virgin Mary emphasizes timeless disciplines that prepare us for the trials ahead. Prayer draws us nearer to God, forging a lifeline to divine protection during tumultuous days. Fasting strips away worldly distractions, sharpening our focus on spiritual communion. Charity reflects God's boundless love, teaching compassion and selflessness. Together, these practices fortify our faith, equipping us to face whatever storms may come. Under the maternal wings of the Virgin Mary, our Heavenly Mother does not stand aloof. She walks beside us, offering solace and guidance. Her message is more than a warning. It is a loving invitation to personal transformation. In moments of crisis, her maternal embrace reassures us that we are never alone. She leads us gently to her Son, Jesus Christ, who embodies ultimate salvation and hope. Jesus Christ, the unshakable anchor. Amidst uncertainty, one truth remains steadfast. Jesus is our refuge, strength, and salvation. This divine call urges us to cling to Him, finding in His teachings and sacraments the courage and security needed to navigate the trials ahead. The Virgin Mary points us to Jesus, knowing He alone possesses the power to transform lives and guide us through life's fiercest storms. In Him, we discover peace amid chaos and hope when all seems lost. So let us rise together, praying, fasting, and serving with renewed purpose. Let us shatter complacency and boldly answer this divine call. Together, we can emerge stronger, more united, and ready to meet the future with faith ablaze. A season of spiritual reawakening. The road ahead may appear daunting, yet within these challenges lies a profound opportunity for spiritual renewal. In moments of hardship, countless souls turn to God, reassessing their priorities and placing unwavering trust in His boundless mercy. These trials beckon us to deepen our faith and anchor ourselves in the unshakable love of the divine. Though demanding, these struggles are not without purpose. They are a celestial invitation to return to God, reignite our relationship with Him, and surrender fully to His divine will. God's love, the unyielding beacon. Even amidst the chaos and turmoil that seem to engulf our world, we are reminded of an immutable truth. God's love is indestructible. His mercy knows no bounds, and His divine plan unfolds ceaselessly, even when obscured from our understanding. Virgin Mary assures us that God's love will illuminate our darkest hours, guiding us toward peace and security. Her message is one of hope, comfort, and guidance, a gentle reminder that even in suffering, our divine purpose is at work, shaping us for greater communion with Him. Preparing for what lies ahead. As we stand on the threshold of an uncertain future, preparation must extend beyond the physical realm into the spiritual depths of our being. While practical readiness is vital, it is the fortitude of our faith that will sustain us through the storms to come. The Virgin Mary calls us to direct our hearts toward God, to trust in His infinite love, and to embrace lives of prayer, conversion, and service. It is this spiritual preparedness that will fortify us against the trials. Awaiting humanity. Strength rooted in faith. This call resonates as a summons to profound spiritual transformation, a metamorphosis that transcends surface-level change. We are invited to become true disciples, embodying the teachings of Jesus Christ with sincerity and conviction. The challenges before us are undeniable, but through God's grace, they can be transformed into opportunities for spiritual growth, drawing us into deeper union with Him. In essence, the message is clear. Return to God, trust in His love and mercy, and prepare your heart for the journey ahead. As we heed this call, we find solace in the maternal care of the Virgin Mary and the enduring strength of Jesus Christ. These moments of crisis mark not an end, but the dawn of a new spiritual odyssey, one that brings us closer to the heart of God and the promise of eternal peace. May these divine truths be your refuge and strength, anchoring you steadfastly amidst life's tempests, fortifying our faith, prayer, fasting, and charity. The Virgin Mary's message is unequivocal. We must nurture our faith and strengthen our bond with God through prayer, fasting, and acts of charity. These three pillars are not mere practices. They form the bedrock of our spiritual resilience, equipping us to face the tribulations of tomorrow while drawing nearer to the heart of God. As the world grapples with escalating challenges, we are called to unite in prayer, forging a global chain of spiritual force capable of invoking divine intervention and protection. In times of trial, when natural disasters and societal upheavals test our endurance, the words of the Virgin Mary shine as a beacon of hope. Despite unprecedented adversities, her message assures us that we are never alone. Jesus walks beside us, offering strength, guidance, and protection. Through the intercession of the Virgin Mary, we find a loving guide leading us towards spiritual salvation. The unstoppable power of unified prayer. Prayer, when offered collectively, becomes a force of immeasurable spiritual potency. The Virgin Mary urges us to unite as a global family, raising our voices in fervent supplication. This collective energy has the power to move mountains, invoking divine protection and intervention in ways that shield us from life's tempests. United prayer is unbreakable. It not only bolsters individual faith, but also binds us together in love and solidarity. In this era of upheaval, we must harness our shared strength and pray with unwavering conviction. Whether gathered in large assemblies or small groups, lifting our hearts to God creates a powerful spiritual chain connecting heaven and earth. This chain serves as a sanctuary for the suffering, a wellspring of hope amid despair, and a conduit for God's mercy to flow into our lives. Endurance through faith. As the trials ahead test both our physical and spiritual resilience, clinging steadfastly to our faith becomes paramount. The Virgin Mary reminds us that through faith and hope, we shall persevere. Our strength does not stem from our own abilities, but from the boundless goodness and love of God amidst chaos. Implores us to prioritize prayer and sacramental life, for they are essential to preparing for the difficulties ahead. Devotions such as the Rosary serve as spiritual armor, offering divine protection and empowering us to withstand future trials. Through consistent prayer and reception of the sacraments, we fortify ourselves spiritually, ready to confront the battles unfolding before us. A call to action, charity, fasting, and prayer. The Virgin Mary's message is a clarion call to action. Now is the time to strengthen our faith and prepare for the days ahead by engaging in charitable works, practicing fasting, and deepening our commitment. Implores us to prioritize prayer and sacramental life, for they are essential to preparing for the difficulties ahead. Devotions such as the Rosary serve as spiritual armor, offering divine protection and empowering us to withstand future trials. Through consistent prayer and reception of the sacraments, we fortify ourselves spiritually, ready to confront the battles unfolding before us. A call to action, charity, fasting, and prayer. The Virgin Mary's message is a clarion call to action. Now is the time to strengthen our faith and prepare for the days ahead by engaging in charitable works, practicing fasting, and deepening our commitment to prayer. Charity is a transformative force for spiritual growth. It not only aids those in need, but also manifests God's love in the world. As we serve others, we cultivate compassion and empathy, strengthening communal bonds and radiating God's light. Fasting detaches us from worldly distractions, purifying our hearts and minds to focus on what truly matters: our relationship with God and the salvation of souls. It is a discipline that sharpens our spiritual focus, drawing us closer to the divine. We are urged to adopt these practices now, ensuring we are spiritually equipped for the challenges to come. Spiritual readiness and hope. As we navigate these trying times, the Virgin Mary's message underscores the importance of spiritual preparedness. Through prayer, fasting, and acts of charity, we ready our souls for the trials ahead. These acts of faith transcend mere preparation. They catalyze a spiritual awakening, deepening our connection with God and fostering growth in His grace. By adhering to His commandments, living the sacraments, and serving others, we open ourselves to the transformative power of His love. With hope and faith in God's goodness, we can overcome any obstacle. The Virgin Mary extends her protective mantle and maternal guidance, assuring us that we are never alone. Jesus Christ remains our ultimate source of strength, and through Him, we discover peace and healing amidst life's storms. Let us answer the Virgin Mary's call by returning to God, renewing our faith, and embracing the spiritual disciplines that lead to salvation. Through prayer, fasting, and charity, we prepare for the challenges ahead and strengthen our bonds with God and one another. As we traverse these turbulent times, let us remember that with faith and hope we can endure. The Virgin Mary's message is not merely a call to survive, it is an invitation to thrive spiritually, drawing us closer to God and each other. Through prayer, fasting, and charity, we will find the strength to face whatever comes. Together, let us unite in prayer and support one another during these trying times. With faith in God's love and hope in His mercy, we will endure and emerge spiritually renewed. Thank you for accompanying us to the end of this reflection. What are your thoughts on this transformative message? Please share your insights below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to stay informed about upcoming content.